Right, let's create a post for your personal profile or your personal network. So at the top of your home, so we're on home here, you'll see start a post and we have a few different options there. So we have media, we have event, and we have write article. But when we click in that box, we actually get a whole lot more options. So down the bottom here, we have the same, so add media, create an event, celebrate an occasion. That one's different. But under these three dots, there's even more options. So we can share that we're hiring, so we might have a position available. We can create a poll, really good for engagement. We can add a document, so that's where we can upload a Word document, a PDF, or a PowerPoint presentation. And find an expert as if you're looking for someone in particular. For this post, what I'm going to do is click on Add Media. Now, media could be images. It can be one image, multiple images, or it can be video. So for this example, I'm going to upload an image. So let's grab the photo that I want. Where is it? Oh, it's on my desktop. Okay, there it is there. So this is the image that I'm going to use. Now, what I can do at this point is I can do some basic editing. So if I click on the little pencil there, it's going to let me do things like crop it. So I might make it a square. Any minute now, that'll change to a square. It is a bit clunky, this editor. There we go, take a bit of time. So we can change it to a square. We can add filters, so you can have a play around with those, and we can adjust things like the brightness. So really basic editing features. Once we're happy with that, we'll just click apply. So that is our media. Now down the bottom here, we have another couple of options. So we can tag people. So I might tag that chap there is I know he's on LinkedIn, so I could go through and add him. I won't for this example because I've already posted this content. But then the other thing is alternative text. Now, alt text or alternative text is basically for like screen readers. So if someone is visually impaired or someone is using a screen reader, this will tell them what the image is. So we want to be really descriptive. So we could say, girl wearing black, standing near 3 men with signage it says Hawke's Bay Wine Country. Whoops. Country. Okay, so we can add that alt text in there. Once we're happy with our media, we're going to click on next. Now we write our caption. So I have pre-written my caption. Well, I thought I had. Oh yes, there it is there. So we'll pop that in there. Cool. Now, a little thing about captions, a couple of things you want to stick to. So number one is you want to have lots of white space. So you want it to be really easy to read visually. Remember, a lot of people will be reading this on their mobile phone on a really small screen. So we don't want to jam all of the text into one big block. We want to have lots of white space. The other thing is people that will generally only see that first line of text. Everything else will be truncated and they'll need to click to read more to expand the text. So because of that, we want to start with a hook. We want to start with like a newspaper headline. When you scan the newspaper and you think, oh, yep, that article sounds good, we want to do the same thing. We want to tease people or get their sort of interest piqued, so then they click to read more of the caption. So they're reading, and then what we can do at the bottom is we can finish with a call to action. So a call to action tells people what to do next. So we might say, head to my website, put a website link in there. We might ask them a question. We might ask them to comment below their thoughts, anything, any action we want them to take on that post. And then once we're ready with it, we're all happy, we've checked the media, everything looks good, we have two options there. We can either post it immediately or we can schedule it for the future. So this little icon here, the little clock, that is schedule for later. So if I was to click on that, I now have the ability to plan ahead. So I might plan for this post to go out tomorrow. So let's say Friday at 10 a.m. So then we click on next. And we click schedule, and that's going to magically sort of disappear, and then at 10 a.m. tomorrow that's going to pop out like magic. So if you want to sit down and create your content in advance, which I do recommend doing, batching your content is a really efficient way to create, then you can do this in advance. So you don't need any third-party scheduling tools. You can just create your content, use the inbuilt scheduling system, and then it will pop out. And so that has disappeared. So once we've scheduled a post, where do we find it again? So the easiest way to find your scheduled posts is to click back in as if we were going to create a new post. Click on that little clock down there and we get this link here. So it says view all scheduled posts. So I'm going to click on that and I can see I've got one post due to go out tomorrow. Now, if you plan in advance for the whole month, you might have a whole list of posts sitting down here. Now, I am actually going to delete that because I don't want to post that one, but that's how easy it is to create a post and schedule it for the future. Now, the other thing you might want to do is create a post for your company page, and it's a very similar process. There are two different ways though, so depending on, which you prefer. So the first way is we click to start a post just like we would, for our personal network, but we have this drop down at the top here. So we click on the drop down and we change. So see this wee arrow. So we change from posting as ourselves and we change over to posting as our business. And then we click on done at the bottom there. And then we do exactly the same thing. So all we've done now in that first step is switch from posting as us, as our personal profile, to posting as our company page. So this won't go out to our personal network. It'll go out to a portion of our company page followers. So what I recommend as a good strategy is posting content to your company page, but then sharing it out via your network. So go and have a look at the tutorial on how to share company page content, and you should encourage your whole team to be doing that. So if you're like me and you're a one-man band, that's fine. But if you do have a team or colleagues within your business, then absolutely encourage them to be sharing that content as well. Now, I mentioned there's two different ways to share posts to your company page. So that's the first way. The second way is if we actually navigate over to your company page. So we're going to click on the Me drop down. We're going to click on, oh, that hasn't popped up. Let's just do a refresh. If you find little niggly things like this where what you're looking for isn't there, do a refresh. For some reason, LinkedIn just sometimes needs a little nudge to wake up in the morning. But under that Me drop down, I can now see company here. So I'm going to click on that and that's going to take me over to my company page. And then I can click to start a post. So see how it all comes down to this icon. So if you see your photo in that icon, you're posting as you. But if you see your company logo, you're posting as your company. So again, you would click start a post. You would pop in your media. So let's go add media. Let's actually grab couple of images. So that's our first image there, and I might actually grab a second one. So down the bottom here, I'm going to click on add, and I'm going to grab another. Let's just take that one there. Cool. Okay, so I have two images there. Again, we can work through tagging. We can edit the images if we need to. We can add our alt text, and we click on next. We pop in our caption. I'll just paste what's ever in my clipboard. And then again, we can either post immediately or we can go into our scheduling and we can post it later, plan it to go out later. So that is how to create content. It is super basic, but have a play around with all the options there. I'm just going to cancel out of that. Now, as I said, you've got polls, you've got all different options when you click in the box there. You've got create an event, so that's where you would add like a time and a date that the event is happening. You can share a job post, you can create a poll, but have a play around with the different types of content. It's all very straightforward, but let me know if you have any questions.